Alright, hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about the usage of big data in Greece. So, what is big data? That's a good question because the name is incredibly vague, but it's a simple process to understand. Big data is defined as a field that treats ways to analyze, systematically extract information from, or otherwise deal with data sets that are too large or complex to be dealt with by traditional data processing application software. So it's simply you have storage that is incredibly large. Well, big data is able to take that storage and process it where a lot of other things could not. So Greece has used it to control connectivity, and there's so many people in a country. You have the population of the country. You need to be able to track the things that an individual is doing, and big data is able to do that. So who is using big data? Big data is being used by very large companies, usually, and organizations like government entities, just because they have so much, like, banks and any sort of delivery services have so much information that need to be processed through, and organizations have, information on the individuals in a government entity, nations in general. A lot of trading companies that handle overseas shipping, things like that. It's mostly controlled by machines, so it doesn't really have that job opportunity where you need hands-on accessing, things like that. It's easy to be overlooked by everyday people because, you as an individual won't need to process large amounts of information often, or when you do, you really don't even know you're using it. Where is it being used? It's being found everywhere, but mostly in jobs and markets, like I said, with the access from companies, trying to track every individual shopper, things like that. Why are they using big data? I chose to go with Amazon again because it is the largest company in the world, so it's easy to find these strengths and weaknesses. So their strength would be the large amount of information that could be processed in simple minutes. I mean, you have to think how many Amazon orders are being processed a day. Millions and millions and millions. You need somewhere or some sort of data tracking that can put those orders into boxes, be able to track every single order that goes out, what it is, the data on that. The weakness, it's expensive. The server size for these big data transfers are huge. So you would have to have the money to afford those servers to be running all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Opportunities, the growth of Amazon. Amazon can continue to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and big data will always, it will never get to a point where big data can't process the amount of information. No matter how, they could be shipping out hundreds of billions of orders a day, and it'll still be able to be processed cleanly. A threat, just a server crash, could slow down Amazon exponentially, and they wouldn't have that data reported for the orders going out. When are they using big data? Big data is being used whenever you have a large amount of information that needs to be processed and placed somewhere. So any large company, they would need to share, their clients or anything like that would use big data to move that information. So how to apply big data in certain SDGs? Well, if you're dealing with a country that is, let's say, malnourished, big data is able to track the population and track how much food's going out. And using, formulas, you can see how much food is going to an individual from the population and the amount of food. So that can be sent anywhere, all over the world. Any government that would need the numbers, any company that you might look for donations from, big data is able to track that and break it down easily and readable. So 2 truths and a lie. 94% of all information is stored using data holders. 2.5 quintillion bytes of data is created every day, or big data has had multiple crashes recently that have caused massive file loss. So I'd like to thank you guys for listening again, and I hope you guys have a great day.